Welcome back to Dice Quest and Chaos. Hello, welcome to our D&D-esque tabletop role-playing game where we're 10% dice, 10% quests, and 150% chaos.
Did you say D&D-esque?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, did I hear that?
I think every D&D game is D&D-esque, because it's about fun, and you change the rules to make it work for your table.
Well, that's what Gary Gygax said.
Well, then...
Whenever he created it, he was like, the rules are just an outline.
Yeah, and he was right.
For all you raw bitches out there, eat that.
All right, well, now we have made it mortal enemies of every other podcast. Anyway, we have some very special hellish heroes with us today. Starting to my right.
Oh, you're doing this? All right, I'm Garrison. I play Seren Darkmore.
And after that...
Hello, my name is Candace Harrison. I play the Asimar Orlok Sorcerer, Strataru Melhi.
For now.
And our new hellish hero.
I'm Becca, and I play Romy Winfled, a rogue wizard.
Ooh.
Hello, I am Crowe. I play Kib. Hello, I am Kib. I play Crowe.
I swear every single time that Crowe introduces himself, he forgets his name for a half a second. He doesn't remember who he is.
Who am I?
I almost said it backwards.
I thought you were going to say Tyler, and I was just like, don't do it.
Amazing.
Please no.
Amazing.
I hate that.
I get it. We all hate my first name. It's fucking weird.
I don't hate it, but it just doesn't
I mean, it
feel
wouldn't be
right.
super confusing if they read the description, because I do put your actual name in the description, but...
It's like,
Whomst. So, quick little recap. Last week, our heroes spent more time in the festival, wandering around. Woo! Yeah, a little bit.
I think I was asleep for about 2.5 hours.
You flipped a lot of tables last week.
He hates furniture, Becca, just so you know, to catch you up.
Wait, who hates furniture?
Seren hates furniture.
Seren hates furniture.
That's very quirky.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, go ahead, Strataru.
So Strataru met up with the High Transmuter and went through everything that happens with the bracelet. Bracelet. And then after that, I ran into Pelagos, had a bit of tomfoolery behind the scenes that resulted in a death, and is trying to figure out that situation. Also met up with one of her patrons, and had a weird interaction with Kib, and then Seren didn't kill anyone.
That's true.
He almost killed Fritz, and then nothing happened.
Yep.
I think. Oh, and then Strataru got yanked into a investigation with Pelagos.
With Pelagos.
And that's where we left off.
And that's where we ended. And Seren's at the library.
Yeah.
Kib, where did you end up?
wow.
I forgot.
We're all in Caine, though, right?
Yeah, we're all in
Yeah. Oh, so you're also
yes
out there?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
no,
great.
you ran into your buddy, didn't you?
Yes, I ran into Bulknir after musical. Library.
Yes, that's correct. That's right.
Ew.
What?
There's only 140 milligrams of caffeine in this drink anymore. I'm sorry.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Well,
We didn't say the drink, so...
But if your drink is 140 milligrams, fuck you. I need more.
I need more. Okay, well, we're going to start in...
Cue the intro. Thank you, intro.
Thank you, intro.
There's no fucking intro.
I am working on that.
Are you?
I now know someone who can play the organ and has access to an organ, so we'll see.
All right.
Strataru.
Yeah.
You find yourself sitting in a gray holding room. Pretty bare bones, a table, some chairs, a locked door, and you've been sitting here for about an hour now, waiting for anyone to come in and ask you a question or do anything. Sitting there. Silence.
If I'm waiting for a long time, can I try and make a mental connection with he who shall not be named?
Sure. You go and how does that look for Strataru? What do you do when you're trying to form a connection?
I just kind of close my eyes, and it looks like I'm kind of like not going fetal, but like I'm definitely like in my own. Like it looks like I'm having like a little bit of a mental breakdown, and like there's like twitches from like time to time, but her eyes are closed, and almost like she's cold and like trying to sleep, so she's like shivering a little bit. But whenever she reaches inside, she makes contact with the pocket plane that she holds her weapon
Morningstar,
in.
yep.
And so she kind of like holds on to that and tries to speak through her mind, and she's going to go, there's a detective here that is on the lookout for me, and if you can spare any assistance during this, it would be appreciated, but I understand if not.
I need a persuasion check. With advantage, because this is a you both have similar goals here.
Yeah.
Which is for you to keep doing your work.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna like touch and we'll guide it.
Yep.
First one's an 18.
Okay.
So 18 plus the 2 plus 4 for 24.
24. Yeah. As you reach out to that pocket plane, you get a hum back from your weapon, and just not any words back in your mind, but just this sense of being like wrapped and then constrained a little bit by like a weighted blanket, a warm weighted blanket, that lets you know that you've been heard.
Got it. Cool.
It's a little heavier than it should be, and it puts a little more weight.
I'm a weak bitch.
Yes. I don't know, you're so much taller now.
True.
So.
Taller means you're stronger, right, everyone? Right, Gary?
I'm busy.
Okay.
You sit there communing for a while with your patron. You hear the door open, close, and a hobbly, wrinkled turtle man walks into the room and goes, "All right, well, I don't think this will take very long, but it's good that we have this talk, okay? Because we're gathering up everyone's suspicious, yeah?"
So whenever the door opens, she like snaps to attention, and just like her hands start to like vibrate with like an anxiousness, and she goes, "Sure, yeah,
No need to be nervous. We just noticed there's a... Look, I don't want to alarm you. Right here at the festival, you're safe. Okay?
Okay.
All right. But there has been, outside, a murder."
She like looks down, not like... She like looks down, and the like... She's not trying to convey any emotion, but she's like, in her head, she's thinking, I just walked by a murderer, and that's what she's trying to convey. So she's using her actual emotions and being like,
Sure.
"Oh fuck."
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. So you're saying the person I was talking about's a murderer?
Well, it certainly seems that way. You see, I've been tracking a particularly nasty serial killer across this here continent. And, boy, I won't show you the images that we took for we don't want to alarm anybody, but it's not a good person we're after here. I mean, not just the murder, the method of the murder is particularly brutal.
Oh, okay. Okay. How can I help?
Well, we were checking out some security footage from the other night, and we noticed that you left the festival around Well, at least the night that the murder occurred. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about where you were and what you were doing.
Sure, yeah.
So tell me, what inspired you to take a leave from the festival?
Well, my companions that I travel with are very eccentric. They're both kind of masculine presenting, and I just felt like I needed a breath of fresh air because they are both frustrating in their own ways. I appreciate them both, and I like them both. However, there's just sometimes you just need a break.
Well, I understand that. Give me a deception check.
That's not a deception check.
It's with advantage because we're masking real reasons with truth.
Okay. 17 plus 4 or 5. So 17 plus 4, 21 plus deception plus 7.
Great.
So 28.
Yeah. I understand. Traveling with people can be quite a experience. Yeah. That's why I don't travel with a lot of companions and partners and things.
Do you travel with anyone at all? Have you been hunting this person down on your own?
Well, I may look like an old so-and-so, but I can take care of myself just fine. You don't need to worry about me.
Okay.
I appreciate the concern, though. Can I get you anything? A water or something to eat?
No, I'm okay. I just would like this over with.
Sure. Well, then we'll move on to the next question. And when you were outside, did you see anything suspicious? What did you do when you were outside of the festival?
Well, I kind of I was just walking for a pretty large distance, and then I started to hear whispers, and I was startled, so I decided to run off a little bit further and try and get some distance, and I cast invisibility on myself so that I could continue on and at a safer pace, and then I saw a shack get up and move.
I'm sorry. You saw a what now?
I saw a shack. There was this. There's this a family that we had met before whenever we were camping, and it seemed to be the same shack that they were in. I never saw anyone. I did hear shouting after I had already left for a little bit. But I didn't see any. I saw a larger man.
Okay. Can you describe him?
He was far away because I had ran away from the whispers.
Far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and this is just a formality, but since you were outside, can we see weapons that you keep with you?
Yeah.
Particularly nasty. Again, we'll just have to see if. Yeah. Okay. We'll just take a look over these. And you can see he goes through
crossbow bolt, dagger,
sickle. So he goes over, picks up the crossbow. And you see like his eyes glow blue, and he's just running like basically an identify spell on stuff. He just goes through and just checks each of these pieces. A little glow on a ring when his eyes stop glowing. It's just like. Okay, well, these all seem regulation and up to date. You got no other weapons on you now?
No, there are no weapons on me.
All right, well, no other weapons in your possession or that you use?
I none in my possession.
Great. Deception check for me.
Is this one with advantage as well? It's not my possession because the thing owns it, not me.
That's your contract. Regular deception check.
It's a good test. Ooh, okay, so still a 15. 15.
You know what you don't do is don't roll a d12 when you're contesting.
Actually, roll a d12.
Roll a d12. Actually, well, it's probably a fairer.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've got a pretty good deception.
So it's only a 24.
His eyes narrow a bit for a second as he also got a 24 on his insight. He goes, Well, that's all right then, I suppose. Who are your companions that you're traveling with?
I'm traveling with a larger thrycreen named Kib. He's a musician.
He's made quite I actually think I know the one you're talking about. Who plays the music?
Yes, and then the other one was the large Kalishtar male that was accompanying me at the library.
Larger than you?
Not anymore.
He gets a little puzzled look when you say not anymore.
It's a long story.
All right, well.
I had the reason I was with the High Transmuter was trying to figure that out.
Okay.
The festival's doing wonky things.
All right, well.
She just looks down traumatized.
Puts a little hand on your shoulder.
Shudders whenever a physical touch happens.
I was. All right, well. Give me a second. We've got a couple other people that want to ask you some questions. Just some festival people. But
also, I didn't finish the whole encounter. Do you need any more?
Oh, well, please go. He picks up his notepad and his paper and says, please.
All that I saw after that was after the shack had moved.
Moving shack.
There was this larger being. They seemed a bit androgynous. I couldn't really tell, but it was more masculine. White skin, like pale white, like kind of like moonlight. And then he seemed armed with some large, like, spiked morning star. And he I don't know what he was doing, but I saw the spell magic missile up here and start hitting, like, almost like fireworks. Like, they started, like, exploding out, and then there was a large fireball that I got singed by. But as I was running past, as soon as I ran out of the flames, I was blue.
What?
Okay. And then I ran inside and I gave my report. Okay, maybe I just should have not said anything.
Okay, no. You're gonna have to stay here for a little bit longer while we sort out everything that you just said, because that is a lot of information and we gotta put a lot of timeline pieces together to figure that out. Get you a glass of water. And we pull away from... pull away from the dungeon, and we will go... moving into a quiet library where Seren has just lost his friend Strataru yet again to someone who just, like, sunk him into the ground and took her away. But you're here at the library.
He is simmering as he enters. There's an air of rage, but he walks up to the light. Like, I'm assuming there's like a front desk.
Oh yeah. It's a big. It's a huge, expansive library. It's like 3 stories tall. Lots. I know, crazy. It extends all the way back through. I mean, you can't even see how far this library goes. But yeah, there's a front desk and a woman sitting there with some, like, sharp-rimmed glasses. All right.
You good?
I'll say it. I didn't want to say it. It must be a pretty lame library if it only has 3 stories.
There's 3 books in this library, and it's a really sparsely. It's a 3-story library, but there's only 1 book per story. You have to find it. Good luck. No. But yeah, there's a woman sitting at the front desk. She looks up and goes, "Oh, Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for some stuff on the ancestral devout.
Oh. Okay. Anything in particular that you're looking for? Any information you're specifically trying to find?
Their traditions.
All right, traditions of the ancestral devout. You're just like typing away on a little keyboard. Something comes up and goes, all right, you're going to want to go to aisle 137.
Is that on the first floor?
Yeah, 137. It'd be 2 and 330 if right per floor, right? So 137, you're going to make a left. You're going to go down 3 aisles, and you're going to look on your left. You should see the book probably in the second or third row of the bookshelf that you're looking for.
Okay. I just follow those directions.
Great. Yeah, you're walking through this big-ass library. Too big for, frankly, what it looks like it should be from the outside. Past all sorts of books and sections on any topic you can kind of think of to find. And you eventually arrive at a book titled The Ways and Traditions of the Ancestral Devout.
There's kind of like a deep look of sorrow as he looks at the book for a second, and then he grabs it and looks for a place to sit.
Yeah, make a perception check. 17. Yeah, you kind of go back the way you came for a little bit because you remember passing, separating some of these aisles occasionally are these like little like alcove, like the library, like sit and read areas. So you go back and you find one of those areas to sit down and begin looking at this book. You, hold on just a second. Gotta pull it up. Do. Where is that at? There it is. And you see that there are all sorts of texts in this book talking about when he says the ways and traditions of the ancestral devout. It's kind of a from morning to night. It's a day in the life of book, maybe more so than like an in-depth like analysis of all the techniques and the training that they do. But while you're sitting there reading, you're able to get some of what you're looking for, right?
And he makes his own like Cliff Notes version of it. Like he's writing down everything that he deems important.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get stories of the ancestral devout waking up in the morning, walking into caves, and like fighting cave bears for their lunch in the day. The training that they do, the strength training that they do with like boulder weightlifting that they like do over their head. Just the sheer like ferocity of these warriors. You're sitting there reading this book, and you just hear well, I'd kill you if I could, but my weapon is dulled.
Is it the dwarf?
You look up and you see a dwarven man, angry, furious glare staring at you. Long, black, scraggly beard, unkempt, not looking like he's showered in days, even though he's here at this festival. And you look up and you see Stromig Longhorn. What, you're
a smile.
Retiring from combat to be a reader?
Laugh all you want, Stromig. I could handle you easily.
Well, maybe you could have. Look at you. Soft. Weak. You're no Alienor.
Seren stands up and begins to hover over him.
Yeah? What? Make an intimidation check.
And I'm going to use my commanding presence.
Sure.
I'm a floating head.
I can see that.
Which is...
So head.
What did you? It's a pretty high DC you got to beat. So, how'd you do?
You have inspiration.
You do have inspiration from like 2
Not
sessions
wasting
ago that
that.
you have never used.
What do you mean waste?
You know what I'm saving for.
Caine will be mean to you again. You'll get it right back.
Oh, don't be with me right now.
I got... Question before I say what I got. I have beaten this man before. Do I have advantage from his previous fear of me?
Not right now.
Okay.
But what did you get? What'd you get?
I got a 16.
16. Okay. Well, with a natural 1 on my end, Stromig looks at you and goes, "What?" And then you keep getting closer, and his head keeps having to go higher. Just looking and goes, "We'll settle this on the battlefield."
Run along, coward.
Oh, well, I actually have to go, and I'm busy, so it's not being a coward. I'm gonna go.
Bye.
And he just like walks away, like mumbling to him, fucking good.
Can we have the dwarf? I want the dwarf now.
He walks away. You go back to reading your book, sitting there for a while.
I like to imagine when he was hovering over him, like, you know, like the cartoon thing of like the teacher that just gets like further over and over the person. Like,
Yeah, your
that's what
head
he
is
was
like
doing.
vertically, like
Yeah.
directly above. At the very as he's walked away and you're kind of settling back in to read this book, a tome just comes flying past you, but like way past your head, and just like hits the left of the bookcase. And you look up and you just see like him duck behind a bookcase. And then just like a damn it, walks away.
And then I think as he goes back to reading, the entire time that he's reading this book, there's just this deep look of regret on his face.
Yeah, I mean, you're reading tales of exploits from this group
This group that I extinguished.
reading this book, looking through what's happened, had you not been in the position that you were in, I think you could have joined. I mean, you could have joined
he
this
knows he
group,
could've.
right? Yeah, you would have been a great member of this particular group. They're all about combat and strength and showing prowess through physical might and intimidation. You sit in the library, sad, lonely, reading this book, and you hear you okay, Seren?
Person would be aware that of the emotions that are currently being locked away.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He doesn't respond, but he's not okay.
Do you want me to help?
I gotta do this.
Okay. Well, just call for me if you want. Okay. Here for you.
Let me know if Stromig shows up again.
Oh yeah, that guy's a jerk.
Coward.
You sit in silence, poring over the pages of this book.
He probably looks completely out of place in this library. This
Absolutely.
wearing like his cloak. He's got all of his like just different like combat things on him.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people walking around this area aren't as decked out for war as Seren is.
I'm literally imagining like Ezio or
It's like that, yeah, like
or a Geralt or fucking Master Chief just opening
in a library. Yes. You know, your armor occasionally just like flickering flame in this film.
It's lighting the book so you can read.
Right, yes, yeah. Gives you a little candlelight glow for you to sit and read by. We'll pull away from this library and move outside of the festival, where a lone straggler has been a day late to the starting of this 100-year festival that is happening. But you're looking for someone, right? This festival that happens is a nation continent-wide festival. It is a huge endeavor. The entire city of Apexia gets morphed and changed into whatever the theme is for the festival, which this year, as Romy would know, is the Blood War. It's an ancient fight between hell and the abyss, between devils and demons. So as you approach, what you are expecting to see is the city of Apexia, long glass spires and a city of magic and mystery. You approach and see a mountain floating, spinning slowly in the sky above where the city of Apexia once laid. And behind the wall that surrounds the city, smoke and flame and fire go up through the top. But as you were approaching, there were people outside the festival, nearby the city, laughing, smiling, talking about the great time that they're having. So Apexia isn't destroyed. This must be whatever the festival is. Why don't you describe your character for us?
Well, Romy is a young half-elf woman. She has red hair about shoulder length. Nothing about her appearance really stands out too much, except for the fact that she appears very, very neat, not a hair out of place. Her clothing is also not very noticeable, but there's not a wrinkle on there, not a single piece of lint. She seems very organized, but at the moment, maybe to observers, looks a little bit irritated since she takes pride in the fact that she's usually pretty organized and on time, and she's kind of late to something a little important, and she's got stuff that she's got to do. So you're bustling your way down this festival being like, I have got to get into this city.
You walk down, approaching the city. You notice that, the people who were outside the city before, because again, this is one of those things where when our other heroes showed up, miles of people, just a sea of people waiting to get into the festival before. And it's after, I don't know, what's a good festival where people just leave a bunch of trash out?
Burning Man.
Burning Man. Yeah, so it's just a mess outside of the city. Sleeping rolls and makeshift huts and everything just strewn about. And you're running through and God, it's a mess. You will see there are some areas that look like they've been, there's this one patch of ground that's been burnt. This big circular area of ground that's everything in the area has been encased in fire. You see another area a few paces away that looks like it was just mini explosions went off. This festival must be crazy.
Something bad happened here.
Something bad happened here.
We will remember this.
You make it up to the gates of the city, and you step through, and you're in this beautiful, serene, marble, white floor, huge 100 feet tall ceilings, and a person in a white robe walks up to you and goes, "Oh, hi, how can I help you?"
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying
But
to...
you don't have a bracelet.
Oh, do I need one?
Oh, you're here for the festival, yes?
Yes, but this is my first time at this festival, so I don't know the
Sure.
operations.
Okay, well, come with me.
Okay.
So he begins to explain to you the overall concept of the festival. He hands you 10 blue tickets. He goes,
thank you.
These are souls. You spend them to certain events to be able to participate.
That's a metaphor, right?
Yes,
Oh, that's
yes,
so
it is.
cute.
Yeah, thank you. He hands you the tickets. He goes, at some of these events you can participate in, we'll give you these, and he pulls out this kind of big gold coin. He goes, I'll give you this big gold coin here. You can put it in that machine. And he points over, and there's this big gumball gotcha machine. And goes, and you can get some special equipment and items. You can get these coins, like I said, by participating in events, or if you want, they are 10 tickets, 10 souls a piece.
Gotcha.
Yes?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's see. Next thing, he picks out this metal, like, clasp. He goes, do you hold out your arm, please?
Romy hesitantly holds out her arm.
So this just tells us what side of the Blood War you're going to be on in the festival. Either the Hell side or the Abyss side. There's a big fight at the end of the festival, like an actual, like, war.
Is this dangerous? Or...
No, not at all, no. And he, like, clasps the little bracelet on you. And he goes, well, do you have any your weapons with you?
Yes.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Sure.
Everything okay?
Yeah, of course. Can I roll for, like, insight or something?
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Make an insight check against this helpful white-robed man.
Fritz.
Yeah, it is.
11.
11.
That's not very good.
You don't see anything malicious coming from this person. I mean, you look around and there are other figures in white robes that people are like going up to and asking questions and helping and stuff. You don't get a sense that this person's trying to do anything malevolent with you.
Okay. She doesn't pick up on anything, but just the fact that someone wants to clasp something on her and look at her weapons feels a little weird.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He goes, so, do you mind if I take a look at your...
Yeah, go ahead.
Great. He takes them and does a little like runic magic on them, and you see briefly just like a little thin like shimmer of like a little bubble that kind of goes around the weapons that you hand him. And he hands it back and goes, yeah, now these are safe to use.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Here is a card for you. At the end of every day, you can go and swipe your card and you'll have a room that you can stay in. All accommodations, food, everything is free here. Like I just said, the special event participation is where those tickets get used. Anything else I can do to help you? You're a day late, but honestly, maybe that's an improvement. The first day was crazy.
Well, maybe it's good that I missed it, but no, I think I'm good. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay.
I think I'll go explore a little bit.
Great. He leads you to the center of Mount Celestia, which is the area that you're in. You realize, looking down, there is some glass paneling through the floor that kind of like spirals out from the center and around with the marble. And you can see the city below, the festival happening underneath. Realizing you must have stepped through the gates into Mount Celestia. And he leads you to the center where you can see people stepping through a little teleportation portal, and then it pops you out, down and into the city. You appear in the festival.
Wow. Well, it's the first time Romy has really seen anything like this in person. She's very much a bookworm, so she's read a lot of crazy books and knows a lot about history and whatnot. But she's never really seen anything like this.
Yeah, the second you step out of the portal down, the sound of combat rings.
What in the house?
You look down into a central pit, 100 feet across, and there is a mosh of people just swinging swords, casting magic.
Well, when he said, like, wars, I thought it was, like, going to be a cute play or something.
People are going all out in this area. And you see people with those bracelets clasps on them, red, and some have purple on them. But you'll see some guy wearing a red bracelet gets stabbed through the heart with a sword and just, like, poofs out. And then about 30 seconds later, you just hear it as he runs past you back into the fray. And this goes on for a while as you're just like sitting there taking in this crazy scene. As you finally kind of can take yourself out of what's happening in the middle of this area, you look into your left. There are 8 doored walled areas representing the 8 layers of hell. 8 layers. And then to your right, one big open archway of like purple mist that represents the abyss. Make a perception check for me.
Right. We got a 25.
25.
Yeah.
You are again taking a lot in right now. But you notice that your bracer has turned red when you've stepped out into the city. What that means, maybe you don't know yet. But some people have purple, some people have red. You can put together that it probably means that you're on the hell side for purposes of the blood war that's happening at the end of the festival.
Gotcha. Well, Romy continues to look around for a little bit, wringing her hands, kind of muttering to herself, this was a mistake, this was a mistake, this was a mistake, this is so dumb, this is so stupid. Why am I here?
An arrow, poof, like whizzes past your head.
Romy is visibly scared and tries to kind of shuffle away from whatever the hell is going on, and goes to look at some of the doors.
Cool. Yeah, you're going and checking out these doored areas. The sound of combat kind of fades into the background a little bit. And you can see the doors are set to be the different different levels of the planes of hell, right? So first door is a continuation of Avernus. As you look through, you can see more pit fighting happening, leading up to what looks like in the back, like a giant coliseum area. As you continue to go, you'll see a mix of things. There's one that's like a swampland, one that's like a whole just like ice plain, one that looks like it's got a bunch of homogeneous, I was trying to think of the word that I was looking for, homogeneous like windowless buildings in rows with guards and barricades set up. One that looks like it has a bunch of museums and music halls and arts. So it's a wide mix of different things as you go through each of these gates. And at every gate there is a person dressed in an attire that would situate with the situation behind them that people are going up to and asking questions to or asking about what it is. So feel free, if you'd like, you can go up to any of them, or you can just keep looking at the gates.
Gotcha.
What does Romy want to do?
Well, Romy hesitates for a moment, trying to think about which gate potentially the person she's looking for might have chosen. She's not entirely sure, but she is pretty certain they wouldn't want to be hanging out with the people screaming and stabbing each other. So she walks over to the door with the kind of more fine arts looking contents, I suppose.
Great. Yeah, there's a man in kind of a nerdy get-up with a pocket protector and some glasses, and he goes, "Hi, welcome to Caine."
Caine?
Yeah.
Wow. I like your pocket protector. That's like super cool.
Jesus.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How can I help you?
Could you tell me a little bit about this gate?
Oh yes. Caine is the land of knowledge. It's where most of the research for hell is done. Mephistopheles rules this layer of hell, and he's a pretty cool guy.
Would Romy know anything about
Mephistopheles? You can do, I will say, either a history or religion check.
Let's see here. I'm gonna do a history check.
Great.
And I just got a 12.
12?
Yeah.
Mephistopheles is an archdevil of hell.
Okay.
Hell has archdevils for every layer, right? Mephistopheles is the archdevil for Caine. You can put that together just with like what's been said in that. That's maybe about all you know.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, sounds pretty interesting, and Romy feels inclined to go through this door, at the idea of knowledge alone, but because she loves to learn.
Yeah.
And she feels like also the person she's looking for would have chosen this door based on that as well. She looks back at this friendly nerd and says, "Is it all right if I pass through?"
Oh, of course, please, m'lady.
Well, thank
After you.
Oh, thank you. She tips her invisible fedora and walks through.
You've left this poor nerd in love.
How sweet.
How sweet. Yeah, you walk in, and it is just kind of like arts and culture and education buildings with like big columns in front of them, music halls where you can hear music like kind of coming out of the different kinds of halls, each kind of relating to a different style of music, genre of music. You're walking through and you see a big library where the columns, instead of just being like traditional rounded columns, are like books columns, and then like as the wind blows, you can kind of see the pages ripple through them as you go through. There's observatories and like all sorts of labs. As you're walking through, you see people working on alchemy and all sorts of different magic. What is Romy looking for in particular? Anything?
Romy's, as I mentioned before, looking for a person, but in the moment, she has really never seen anything so beautiful, and she can't believe that this is technically hell, I guess. It seems very, like, I don't know, it doesn't fully make sense to her. She's sure that perhaps it's deeper than she really understands.
Sure.
But for the time being, she is just, like, in the moment, absolutely enamored with what she's seeing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe wanders over to some of the books with the fluttering pages and looks over their titles and sees what there is.
Yeah, you get the actual, there are 8 books that make up the columns of this library, and I mean they're huge, humongous books, but you can see that each book actually is like the life and history of the arcanist, the high conjurer, the high evoker, and it's just like representing each of the 8 archmages that head over the city of Apexia, that do the magic that keep this festival up and running. You go into the library?
Yes.
Yes. Walk into the library. Again, you see a sharp, bespectacled woman sitting at a front desk. She goes, "Hi, can I help you?"
I suppose so. I just was hoping I could browse.
Oh, well, of course. Library's open to all.
Thank you very much.
Of course. We'll walk through this enormous library. Like I said, 3 stories, goes way deep, hundreds and hundreds of rows of books. Make a perception check while you're walking through this
Okie dokie.
Library.
We've
Library.
got a 19 on the library.
19 on the library. So you're walking through, not quite sure maybe what you're looking for specifically from a book. Mostly book, but also person. And while you're looking for people, I mean, there are people interspersed. I mean, it's a big place. Even with lots of people at the festival, it's easy to find yourself in an aisle by yourself. As you're walking, you hear this, "I can't believe I have to deal with that bullshit fucking guy," and this dwarf man with a black scraggly beard just like walks past you, just like brushes you as he walks past and goes, and just keeps moving forward. You walk a little bit further, and you catch a glimpse of a person you've met before, a man you've encountered briefly, where you remember being at the Drunken Chicken, and when you were there one night, all of a sudden this fight broke out, and it got real nasty real quick. Tables smashed, people were thrown, glasses shattered and used as weaponry, and sitting calmly reading a book, a little psychic fox curled up on his head, is Seren Darkmore, who the instigator of said bar fight at the bar, but acquaintance of yours that you've run into before.
Well, Romy feels a little bad interrupting him, but she walks over and
Seren,
says,
give me a perception check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage.
Okay, great. Yeah, because you're not paying attention. Yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ. It's still a 22.
Well, guess who you see? Prism goes, "Hey, we know her, right?"
He doesn't say anything to Romy. He just goes, "Do we?"
Seren looks up from his book at you with a "I should know who you are" look.
Drunken Chicken or something or other, crazy bar fight.
Did I kill somebody?
Probably. They looked kind of dead.
With a pits.
I don't mean to interrupt. I have never been to an event like this, and I don't know what to make of it. Like, do you know anything important about what's been going on here? I'm a day late. That's the thing. I feel like I've missed something.
On that 22 perception check, Romy has 10 sweet tickets that she has not learned how to protect yet.
Is he a dick?
All right.
Is he a dick? Is
I
he
just
a
present
dick?
the character's choices and then what they do with those choices.
Dick. You know you're wanted.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out, like, because he'll definitely take a moment to contemplate.
You also see Romy has a red bracer.
Okay, cool. Which is also going to give Prism a chance to fucking know.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely, like, just like...
The tail just...
Invite her to the group. Ask her, is she here with anyone?
Why would I do that?
Fun?
You do realize that you and me have very different definitions of fun.
Uh-huh. But I get it.
Watching just all these emotions over his face.
The fox is just like... like,
It looks like increasingly more awkward.
Yeah, as you're just like standing there. I goes... Because we get to have your kind of fun all the time, and this is one of the only times I ask for fun.
Damn.
Guilt trip.
Romy starts to like slowly back away.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to confer with him.
I understand.
Are you here with anyone?
No, I'm looking for my mentor. I haven't had any luck so far, and again, I feel like I've missed something really important.
Who's your mentor?
Wizard. A wizard. You probably wouldn't know her. She's not like super famous or anything.
Okay. Positive that she's here.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are here, so... And she's interested in knowledge and culture, so I'm 99% sure she's here. She's gone radio silent on me for the past, I would say, 6 months. But...
We could help her. We could help look.
Why did she go radio silent?
I wish I knew. That would just be wonderful to know.
God.
A mystery.
Yes, I know. It could be...
I am already... This is now in his head again. He goes, I already have to worry about the other one. Are you going to put this one on my plate as well?
This one seems fine.
God damn it.
I was just asking a question. I don't need to interrupt your reading.
I need to probably... He's almost finished the book at this point. So he just kind of like skims the last few pages. Doesn't see anything. And he kind of like sets down. All right, let's go. And can you describe the person you're looking for?
Yeah, just kind of a tall, willowy woman with pale blue hair. Usually wears like some kind of a silver circlet, but she keeps to herself. And, kind of an old soul. Looks a lot younger than she probably is. But
Have I seen anybody like this?
You haven't yet. Not that's caught your attention. I mean, who knows, and just like passing, but no, not yet.
All right. Well, let's go through It's a wizard, right?
yes, she's a wizard. Again, I don't mean to like put this responsibility on you or anything. I really would like to just know if you know why people are murdering each other out there.
It's part of the game.
That is how people have fun.
A very
Let her stab you.
concerning smile.
Let her stab
comes
you.
over his face.
Romy looks scared.
Let her stab you.
I don't think that would help.
Let her. Oh no.
Can Romy hear the familiar?
This is telepathic between
gotcha.
But you can see it happening.
So,
like you can see that there's like
Something
a
going on.
connection
My friend
happening.
is saying that you should stab me.
I would never do that.
It's fine. Just
Why?
I guess to give you an idea of what it does. I guess.
I mean, I saw someone die and reappear.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
He sits and goes back down.
The thing is that
So we can't die here?
No.
Okay.
And
Well,
I have
that's
to
comforting.
appease him, otherwise he'll drive me nuts.
You're talking about your little friend?
Yes.
What's its name?
His name is Prism.
That's really cute. Hi, Prism.
Little wave.
Oh, how sweet.
If I don't appease him, he'll just complain about it for the next 6 months. So
You make it sound like you're haunted by something.
I am.
It's not me.
He seems friendly, but he's not in my head, so I can't speak for you.
Right. You guys get up. What do the two of you go do?
Looking for a wizard with blue hair.
Get up and start looking for a wizard with blue hair. We'll pull away from the library as you two join up. And, kid, you're
Yes.
you're in a music hall,
Yes.
right? You're getting some, you're hearing some, just like people just playing concert music in here. This one is focused on more intense musical sounds, which I think fits you and Volknir just fine. That's why you went in here. Volknir goes, this is a hell of a festival, right?
Yes, of course it is. And of course, with you
I
and your
didn't even
puns.
put it together. I said that.
You're proud of yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, you're here, I'm here. Let's go ahead and write another song together. Might as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I mean, the last one we played did so well for us.
I know, right?
So what are we feeling, music-wise?
Maybe like
Sorry, give me just a second. What did you do?
Oh no, I was like,
I just
you're
saw
like,
a
what kind of-
custom roll of 83 from Strataru.
Oh, that was D100.
I was like, whoa.
That has nothing to do with. I was just like, oh, I can roll, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm in the campaign.
Cool.
I was also just laughing because he's like, what kind of music? And then I was expecting Kip to go, you like jazz?
Just thinking like a soft
Ska?
ska.
I was thinking the title should be Their Stairway to Hell.
I like it.
Not Highway to Hell.
Nope. Highway to heaven, stairway to hell.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's how we get around the copyright. Oh, poor baby. I'm sure that's so loud for her little ears.
I don't know, with Gary being around.
Hell yeah. Let's work on it. And you guys sit down and start plucking out some like chord structures and some music. And as you do, let me pull up. As you do, a woman with like a tight bun, slicked back, button-down shirt, professional skirt just past the knees, and like short heels, walks over and goes, "Oh, hello. I see you're working on some new music?
Yes.
Ah, great. So you'll be leaving that with us, yes, when you're done?
Why would I want to do that?
Oh, sorry. All research that happens within the confines of Caine stays within the confines of Caine. You can't take anything that you study with you without express permission from the big man."
Okay. Can I go talk to the big man himself?
Oh, I'm not sure you've. Show me what you're working on. So give me a performance check. Both can here do a performance check as well. I will.
Just blow it.
It's a possibility.
We'll see. Okay, what'd you get, Kim?
I rolled a 3 plus 6.
A 9.
Yeah.
Cool. Volknir got a 21.
I'm glad Volknir did.
But between the two of you, it's like Volkner's like, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 2 and the 4, not on the 1 and 3. Because if you 1, 3, that's boring. That's boring shit. We've talked about this.
Sorry.
And the woman goes, I'm not sure you've discovered anything important enough to have an opportunity to show it to the big man.
Well, this is something that we've both been working on for the last...
Interesting. She's taking sheet music with her. Looks over it. Her eyes, it makes like a scan light across the page, like as she reads the sheet music, and goes through and just like hands it back to you and goes, recorded.
I don't know how I feel about this. Kib.
What? She looks around. She hears that knocking in her.
Hi. I don't usually like using my voice to new strangers, but, what did you just do? I mean, I know you just recorded my music sheet, but I don't like that exactly. But if there is something I could show Mephistopheles himself,
Sorry, you have to come up with something that's worthy of his attention.
Fine.
I'm sure if you'll keep working, by the end of the week, you'll have something to show him.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you leave us the fuck alone so we can maybe make something new for Mephistopheles himself, and you'll be impressed.
Hell yeah, you'll be impressed. Yeah, my friend Kib here, fucking best. The fucking best. Mogni said, puts his arm around you, just like, the fucking best. And we're gonna have a song so good that Mephistopheles is gonna give us Caine. And just like, all right.
Yeah!
That's called, okay, well, you two enjoy that, and I hope that you come up with something worthy.
Oh, it's gonna be so rockin' that it'll kill you.
You can try.
Go kill your...
I can't.
No.
I literally can't.
Well,
I can't.
cool.
So,
Goodbye.
how does that make you feel?
Goodbye.
All right. And he walks away, having what?
Best new song ever. It's a natural 20 plus.
The anger you feel, the boiling frustration, combined with Polknir's rock bagpipes and drums. You guys get to work on a song, and the tunes are flowing. It is coming out. What's it about?
Through the flames and fire.
Yeah, you start working on that song. We pull back as you and Volknir are furiously scribbling sheet music down.
It's 100 pages long.
Back to a gray holding cell.
We don't have to.
No, we
Also,
do.
that entire interaction, Tribute from Tenacious D was playing in my head. And I was, oh god. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, we go back to a gray holding cell. Again, you've been sitting for maybe another 10 minutes while Pelagos has left the room for a moment. You wait. Door open, close. Pelagos hovels back in. This time with two black-robed figures. Comes in and goes, well, like I was telling you fine folks over here, this young woman seemed to have witnessed quite the experience. If you could please explain to our friends everything that you saw again.
I mean, yeah, it was in the initial report, and then I sent it back to you. Do you want me to do it again?
Yes, please. Just double conferring with what we were already written down.
That would be triple at this point.
Yeah, and?
Sorry. And she starts to get frustrated, and a little indignant, but do you want me to?
You can just say that you say it. Yeah.
I'll exactly how I did.
Yeah, absolutely. And goes, now, do any of you two have it? I'm not necessarily the best with this kind of crazy magic stuff. So do either of the two of you have any idea what she is talking about happening? And you see one of the figures steps forward, lowers the hood because everyone's in on what this is. Pelagos already talked to one of them before. And it's the high transmuter. It goes, oh, well, I can't speak to this exact occurrence, but I know that there would have been an issue with this young woman's bracelet tied to some derelict magic. I don't know that this sounds quite like what you did, but I know that you got taller, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You've turned...
I was
flattered.
I was unblued.
Oh, yeah. Were you unblued?
I was unblued.
Okay, great. I couldn't remember if we unblued you or not.
It didn't look as well on me as it does.
Oh, yeah, because it was like a really bad blue.
Yeah, it was like, it was like this.
Yes.
It was like this blue.
Yeah.
And for all you audio listeners, blue.
Blue.
From Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh.
That blue.
What a guy. What a thing. What a creature.
Yeah.
What a blue.
What a blue.
What a blue.
It's blue.
So, what that sounds to me like this must have been quite the powerful magic caster for setting off all of those effects close to one another.
I mean, it was, so it's magic missiles 3, and for 5th level it would be 7, or would it be?
God, 3. So it's just 2 plus whatever level. Right?
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Well, it's 3. It's 3 for level 1, right?
Yes.
So then it's 2 plus whatever level of the spell is. So like, because you add a magic missile for each one up.
Got it.
So if you do 3rd level, it's 5 missiles. 5th level, 7 missiles.
So whenever a magic missile was cast, there were 7 of them. And then there was a large fireball.
Interesting. Pelos goes, that is interesting. We didn't see any more murdering being done except for the one man who was unfortunately unalived. Why do you think that this wizard would cast a spell dedicated to hitting a target when there were no targets to hit? And same with Fireball. I mean, it makes no sense. There was no one in the vicinity. What's the point of casting it unless it's there just as a distraction? You can see the gears turning in his head.
And she'll pipe in and she'll go, well, it could be tied to emotion as well. I know there are like certain casters that can't control their magic, and then there are some that choose to cast their magic through emotion.
Oh, I see. You're telling me this wasn't some kind of wizard. This might have been some kind of emotion warlock.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't rule out wizard.
Okay, all right.
The very high level spellcasters beside you should be able to tell you more about spells. I can't cast something of that power.
Well, I'm sure you are just fine with magic, right?
Yeah.
So you tell me, High Transmuter, what do you think would be the reason for this bizarre display of magic? Yes, well, like you said, it could easily be that the magic casting is just being tied to their emotional state and heightened after committing such an atrocious crime. In an attempt to let off steam or celebrate a victory of sorts, I guess. Maybe just let off an explosion of magic. Pelagos, have you seen this before in studying this murderer? I haven't seen anything quite like this before. If they're doing all of this, then that's a whole different methodology. But the method of execution was still the same. So that's what makes me think that this isn't a copycat killer. This is the primo serial killer we got right here at this festival.
He says that, and Strataru just goes, and she's just like, somebody died outside, and she's starting to like panic a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Give me a.
Because she knows that he's still under her, so it's real panic. But it's more about saying, "Oh God."
Yeah.
There's no emotion, or there's no thought tied to it. It's, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Give me a deception check.
All right. Was this one with the whatever? 22 plus 7, 29.
Okay. He takes a look at you and goes, well, all right. I see we've caused the young lady enough distress for one day. If you could, if you wouldn't mind helping her out. And the one on the left just cast a little calm emotions on you, which doesn't maybe do anything necessarily.
No, yeah, I think her jitteriness would subside, and she would start to, her breathing would be more steadied.
How about where would you like to go? Do you want to go back to the library?
Yeah,
you want to go back to your room? I know it's been quite an ordeal for you.
Library, please.
All right. Well, I've got some more people to question, but we'll send you with these two, yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and I am sorry that I've had to take you away from the festivities in order for us to have this conversation, but I have to do my job.
I understand. I hope you find him.
Thank you. Bring in the next one, and the two, take you out of the room.
I'm gonna ask for the transmuter that took down her veil, and be like, can I just hold on to you for a second, just to steady myself?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And he's just like hand on shoulder.
Yeah,
or
offers
whatever.
an arm, or
Yeah. And she's actually putting like a considerable amount of weight, not like enough to like
just dead weight.
But it's definitely like, I need to be steadied.
Great. You. That feeling again, it's that lift in the pit of your stomach, like a roller coaster dropping out from under.
What am I missing?
You up, and as you pop up in front of the library, walking out of the library is Seren and a new person that you have seen, met briefly before. You were met briefly at a stall in a shopping district. You were both probably looking for some clothes or supplies with you, and had a nice chat. But you see Seren walks out with Romy.
You see, you see Strataru. With her large owl in her like chest, essentially buried. Did you describe Seren to?
Oh no!
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're
sorry, Becca. Please describe Seren's character.
He's got a little psychic fox, right?
He has a little psychic
pretty
fox.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll just find him.
Psychic fox. Some recently acquired armor, studded leather of fire resistance, so it like flames a little bit. His armor flames a little bit. But otherwise, I'll let him describe.
Through the flames and the fire.
Through the flames and the fire.
So literally, one of the like quotes of the song tribute is, "This is not the greatest song in the world. This is just a tribute." And I'm like, whenever you didn't do great the first time.
That's him.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's what Seren looks like.
Oh, did you get that through like an AI?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, and that's what you'll see for Strataru.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, except she has like all white skin, tattoos all around her body. She has a large kind of like cloak on with her hair is white with red strands, and it looks like the bottom of it was like dipped in blood almost. as like the black and red tattoos are like Ouroboros-ing around her. And she has like this. She has some leather armor on, and she has a crossbow on her back. And you see like a sickle and a few daggers, and you see like 2 books that she kind of keeps in this little satchel near her. Okay. But in her hands right now is a very large like what is it, a barn owl, the one from Harry Potter?
Yes.
Or no,
Well, that's a snow owl.
No. I think a barn owl, the one with the very concave, creepy-looking face. That's the one.
The haunted.
Face, yes. Yeah, that one. Cute. And so you see her. Oh, she also has completely black eyes with like milky like cataracts.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sick.
Hi.
So what was that all about?
It's Strataru, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember.
Romy?
Yes, I feel like I'm remembering you guys, but I must have a.
No, I'm not. You see her hair is like a little frizzled and like frazzled. And
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just got interrogated, so that was fun.
For what?
There seems to be a murder that happened outside the festival grounds.
But I thought we couldn't die.
Outside the festival
okay.
grounds.
Well,
so as long as we stay inside, we'll be fine. But apparently there's a serial killer on the loose, and there's a lot going on.
Well,
did you go outside?
So why are they questioning?
Yes, I
people
did.
here?
I told Kib. I told Kib I was going outside. Oh, well, maybe you should talk to Kib. I don't know. I was having some issues, and then I needed a breath of fresh air, and so I ran outside, and then...
So are they just grabbing people outside the festival grounds to question, or?
I assume there's this large turtle man who's asking questions, the one who seemed to offend Seren.
I'm really sorry. That sounds incredibly unpleasant.
It wasn't great, but, I have...
Your little buddy.
My little buddy.
Sweet.
He's not the grist for cuddling. He does not like it.
Trying to just poof out his wings and
she just puts on her shoulder.
Settles in.
But yeah. Anyway, what are you doing here? Have you been here the whole time, or?
Yeah. No, I was a little late.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm here for the culture like everyone else, but I'm also looking for my mentor. No luck so far.
What do they look like?
Well, she is kind of a tall, willowy, skinny, pale lady, long, pale, blue hair.
Oh, I shouldn't tell you. Strataru is quite a bit taller than the last time that you met her.
I'm 6'5". I was 5'9".
Romy's a pretty average height, so she'd probably notice that now. She has to
You see her?
up.
Yeah, she has gangly arms now, and she's just kind of like.
She sounds so sweet and shy. Well, Romy notices this, but she also tries to be tactful.
Look at you being a good person.
Are you laughing at me?
And so,
why are you so fucking tall?
What's wrong with you?
How's the weather up there?
She doesn't want to make Strataru feel self-conscious, so she doesn't say anything, but takes note of this. But yeah, she is a pale, long pale blue hair, usually wears a silver circlet. I haven't heard from her in a while, so I mean, this was my best bet. I feel like a lot of people here around this time, so giving it my best shot.
Do you have any spells so that we have a more succinct, like a minor illusion or some sort of spell that you can do?
I can do a small one. She creates just a very small image in her hands.
I've seen anyone who looks like this.
Let me... Sorry, I'm just pulling up your character sheet so I can take a look at it. You have not seen anyone who looks like this.
Okay.
Yeah, Strataru.
Okay. Does the high transmuter look similar?
I mean, only in the sense that maybe the blues match, but it's not
Okay.
The high transmuter is a water genasi.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. All right, cool. Well, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's all right.
But are you going to now travel with us? As she looks at Seren, like Seren recruited someone.
I mean, I would hate to intrude.
There's just this look, and then a flash of his eyes up to the fucking fox on his head.
Would Romy be able to pick up on this body language?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
I don't know, what I need to roll for, but she can tell that...
You've met them before. You've seen the little fox thing.
Yeah.
You know that they kind of have this communique.
Yeah, she maybe can't quite tell, but she's assuming that she's bothering them to some degree. And she pauses for a moment before continuing. Well, I would hate to intrude, but I am a little bit lost. I wouldn't mind tagging along if that's...
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. As my owl becomes bioluminescent.
Prism glows really bright.
I mean, I will try not to get in the way. I feel like I'm a little late, so you all might have some information that I don't.
Yeah, I think actually we'll see if we can get our quarters all connected. We have this little area, our living area that we have that our rooms are connected to.
Okay.
We can see if we can get yours connected and kind of fill you in. But long story short, so far, where's Kib? Do you know where Kib's at?
Neither of us know where Kib went.
I'm just listening for music because he's been playing music the entire time during the festival.
Take a perception check.
Okay. Guidance.
Hey, I hate to break it to you, but I did tell you where I was going.
We don't know exactly where you're at. We knew what plane, which door you were going through. We didn't know exactly where you were going in this place.
No, I told you where I was going. I told you I was going to
The music, one of the music festival halls.
But Seren doesn't fucking know. That's my answer.
19.
19. I'll just say with a 19, you look out across and you see music hall that looks like it fits the style of music that Kib plays.
Are you familiar with? How did this? Did you guys know each
I
other?
killed somebody in a bar.
Yes, it was hard to forget, I must say.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you start that one?
I can neither confirm nor deny. I don't know.
The one at the Drunken Chicken.
I 1000% started that.
Oh, I had one more question. Can I borrow an extra D20 from somebody for Portent?
I have so many.
Oh yeah, I was like, Crowe has a shit.
Have you rolled those yet?
I haven't. I
Please
only
do.
have one. Okay, cool. And well, now there's too many to choose.
Got bombarded with
Dice.
Thank you guys. Very helpful.
Trust
Roll
us.
for
We
it.
got dice.
Over prepared.
Oh, well, that's not that good, but at least I rolled it.
It is good.
Yeah, because you can give that to anyone within 60 feet.
So how does that work? Do I have to give it to them before they roll or after?
What were the two rolls?
I just got a 4 and a 9. Nothing.
Which is great.
Oh, really?
Because you can give those to anybody, right? Including enemies.
Okay.
So if an enemy makes an attack, you can be like, I'm gonna give them my 4. And be
Okay.
like, they miss, or whatever. Or a saving throw.
Would I have to say that before they move, or can I say
I don't generally make them do that. I mean, there's so much in this game. Like, if I roll and I say, oh, that's a nat 20, you can be like, I'm giving them my 4. And I'd be like, that's fine. So, yeah.
And it's
Okay, cool.
And it's the same thing for like allies as well. If I roll a natural 1, you can give me a 3 instead or a 4 instead, which isn't much better.
But it's
much
not
better
a
than
nat
natural
1.
Nat 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can reverse some enemies
Yes.
and negate Nat 1s.
Because we have some beautiful cards we use for nat 1s and nat 20s in combat that have extra special little effects on them.
Okay.
So we're negating a nat 1 for an ally can actually be beneficial.
Gotcha.
Things like it preventing weapons from breaking or hitting another ally or things like that.
Okay, thanks
So-
guys, I appreciate it.
But yeah, you get to roll both of those basically every day, and then you have those 2 rolls, those 2 numbers to give to whomever throughout the course of your day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we should go find Kib and then do a little. Did you find what you were looking for, Seren?
I'm not gonna lie, I got distracted looking at something else. What were we going in there for again?
You were reading a book, right?
Yeah, but we had talked about looking for another thing when we went in.
I see.
Nessus? Information on Nessus?
That's right. I'm hungover.
Should we find some
Let's
water?
just find Kib. You seem you're the bookish type, right? I remember you talking about reading a lot.
I suppose you could say that. I have a lot of bookish experience, not so much practical. So I'm.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we're about to go into a library if that information was not found that we were looking for. So you'd probably be pretty beneficial in that.
I mean, I could help you look for something.
Yeah. Let's grab Kib first.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna make my way over to the music hall that I think Kib is in.
Yeah. Everyone who wants to make a perception check. You're looking for Kib.
No, I'm not.
He's apathetic.
Dick.
By the way, Strataru would notice that, like, Seren normally, like, holds himself with that, like, soldier posture. And he's, like, he doesn't get in his own head.
Yeah.
He's in his own head.
Got it.
That's what the skull looks like.
Oh, that's cool as heck.
My owl is going to just walk next to you. Just like waddling next to you.
Great. I got a 19.
Okay.
All right.
It was a natural 20 plus 1.
Well,
Show off.
right away.
Cringe.
Don't even have to like get far in to the music hall. You open the doors and like immediately furiously scribbling on paper, Bolknir and Kib. Bolknir is a tall, lanky, half-orc man with a drum and a set of bagpipes who is sitting furiously scribbling lyrics away or whatever on
Just
on this
both,
music.
both hands. Oh,
Yeah.
just
All
both-
four hands of Kib
Just-
writing all this music. But yeah, you see them right away, Strataru.
Okay. I'm gonna point in the direction and be like, I kind of don't want to interrupt that. However, I feel like if you're going to be joining us, that we probably should all be together.
Well, we could wait for him to finish his song, I suppose.
We can, I will just move over to the space, but just kind of like sit back on like a staircase or something like that. Just listen,
Sure.
just wait.
Kib, give me a perception check.
15.
15? Yeah, you notice Strataru. Seren, do you go into the music hall or are you staying outside?
No, he's in there.
Okay, great.
He's headbanging.
You see
No.
Strataru, Seren, and a face you haven't seen for a little while. But you know she's come to a couple of your performances.
Yeah.
But she's with your group.
Uh,
And the owl is waddling beside Seren.
Who Seren doesn't, like, insert himself in the group. He, like, just, like, leans up against the wall nearby.
Yeah, the owl leans up on Seren.
Kib kind of like recognizes the presence are there, but he doesn't look up for like a couple more minutes until he's like, and then after those couple more minutes, he's actually done, and then he kind of like swipes off the sweat that should be there, like,
Oh, Romy, it's so great to see you again.
That was amazing.
Thanks. All it was just writing. But anyways, wait, why are you here?
I will let one of you speak. I'm very confused.
Okay. Long story short, it seems that Romy might be joining us, and it was kind of a.
Hell yeah.
Didn't know you knew Romy.
Oh, yeah, Romy was like one of my number one fans.
Oh,
Yeah,
Got it. Well,
kind of a metalhead, you know.
you're in good company, though.
Though she looks like a nerd. Great company.
Can't judge a book by its cover.
Aren't those the
Somewhere,
covers
a nerd
for?
pushes his glasses up and goes, still waiting about that.
But long story short, she is looking for somebody and is wanting to tag along, catch back up, and
Oh,
probably just
that's perfectly fine.
chill with us. I just wanted to bring it to the. But anyway, I was going to kind of give like a lowdown of what's happened so far. Like we've only been here for a day. We found out you can just straight up mug people for their tickets. Seren's really good at that. Anyway.
He's not even listening, dude.
Yeah.
Romy starts like feeling for her pockets and then goes,
This safest place, put it in your boot. That's what I do. But other than that, we made a deal with Beelzebul. The archdevil on the 7th layer of hell.
yeah, as one does.
I mean, it's not an actual archdevil, but
Okay.
it's a very high level caster and someone who's in. Anyway, there's a whole thing. Nothing in this festival is real or can hurt you, as of yet.
Okay, but there's something dangerous outside.
Yes. Yes.
What?
I'm not going into this right now.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, okay, I appreciate the information. As I said, I'm happy to assist any of you with whatever your goals are here, but I will just be keeping an eye out on my own prerogative.
Got it. So the reason we were at the library is because we wanted information on how to get to the archives, and also find a way to Nessus, because the people who find a way to Nessus get a gold coin or some shit.
Sounds lovely.
They get good shit. So
Yeah.
we are there. We were trying to find information on that and try and figure out how we can get there.
One, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Because we were waiting until all three of us had one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't forget that you did have one.
And so we took a deal with Beelzebul to go to the archives, and we had Lolth waiting there for us.
That's so.
And a bunch of driders.
Yeah. So Lolth, the goddess of like spiders and death and shit.
Spooky.
Yeah, and Driders, centaur spider people. Like it's
Well, you've had quite a day.
Wow. Yeah. So and then we kind of just. I'm gonna go to the library.
I am happy to help. I'll follow you.
We just wanted to drop by Kib and check on how you're doing, seeing if you were even here.
Yes. Kib is here.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks. Is your skull having
Skull.
Skull. Okay. Thanks.
Hey, Kib.
Is it SKOL like the?
Wait, that's his name?
No, we don't know his name.
Okay. Bob? Give
Sorry.
his name Bob.
I don't know my
I
name.
thought that was Bulknir. Oh, so this is Bulknir.
No, that's
Oh, yeah, I'm Bolton. You know my name, Kib. What are you talking about? We've been friends for so long.
Kib will like step in front of Romy. Not this one. You can't have this one.
What?
I just wanted to meet your new friend. You said,
gone.
No, wait for my other friend.
Insight check.
Hey.
Can I also do an insight
Yeah,
check?
absolutely.
You know damn well he wants to.
Does it have a pulse?
I got 24.
Oh yeah, Volknir is classic horny bard.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Okay.
So Strataru's already had to deal with that a little bit. Though I think we've made our peace.
Okay. After picking up on this, Romy also notices that Strataru has
Peace.
left a cloud of dust. So she's like, bye.
Oh, okay.
Walks out.
Bye. Nice to meet you. I guess. Who was that?
That was Romy.
Okay. New friend of yours?
Yes.
Okay.
But you should have already known about her. She's one of our fans.
I don't really pay attention to the fans.
Yeah, you're only paying attention to the girls who are. Do you want to fuck?
Well, yeah.
Well, you. Anyways.
What? I'm sorry, you said that like that was a bad thing.
I'd like to imagine that as he says, well, yeah, Seren just stalks right in between the two of them and follows the other two out.
All right. Bye. Rude friends.
You would also notice that Seren's demeanor is very off.
Yeah. Anyways, we should go get this.
Sorry. We should go get this music.
Whoa, whoa, you can't just switch it like that on me. I can't. Whoa, my head. Whew. All right.
My apologies. We should go give this music to Mephistopheles. So we can
Do we have to?
Yes.
Can we copyright it first?
We should probably do that.
Yeah, all right. Well, can we?
Just draws a C in the circle.
Kib and Vulcan. C. Yeah, you and Volknir walk up to that woman in the high ponytail. She goes,
There's some music.
yes, I'm sure it's great music, as always. It's just perfect. Scanning it.
Nothing.
Eyes going wider. She's like scanning it. You can see it's like, as she's scanning it, she's like hearing it in her head, like the sheet music was written, and it's like it's like shaking her brain a little bit, like going through the. Okay, sorry. He blinks, like turns away, has to like blink a little bit.
I dropped.
Wipes a tear away.
It makes you want to die, right?
Oh my
Right.
Turns the sheet music over and goes, okay, so more impressive than I thought originally. This is interesting.
I would like my ticket to go see Mephistopheles.
You would like your ticket to go see Mephistopheles?
Yes.
Like you want me to give you a ticket to go
Yes.
see Mephistopheles?
Yes.
That won't be happening.
Why not?
I appreciate that. But no, if you'd like to see Mephistopheles,
Yes.
now that you've presented me with something that's
Yes.
worthy of showing him, I'll take a ticket and we can go speak to the big guy.
Volker, you know what to do. Hand over a ticket.
Okay. And Bolton gives their ticket and goes, okay, great. So you and I will be going up to the big guy. Takes your, what are you down to?
3.
Three tickets. You both give a ticket, and she takes you guys and goes, all right, well, let's go meet the big man upstairs, shall we?
Thanks.
And we will take our first break right there. Woo! See you soon.
Oh, and it fucking froze.
Oh no.
then.
It's being a POS.
Well, quit it.
Yeah.
Quit being a POS. We gotta get to a library. We gotta get to Mephistopheles.
Library.
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 You go back, it's all pink.
Woo.
God damn it.
The second you step foot on the stairs, your foot lifts up into the heel position. It's very uncomfortable because you're wearing regular shoes.
Strataru
Turn into the
rages. Strataru hates the color pink, if you were curious.
Okay, good to know.
Internalized misogyny. Just kidding.
She loves lilac, though.
Oh, cute.
Okay.
She loves lilac.
All
Like
right.
lavender, lilac, like just pink.
I had a question for you, Becca.
Yeah.
What kind of magic does Willow study?
Honestly, I didn't think that far. I just know
Okay.
that she's like kind of a mentor wizard, and
Great.
I don't know a lot about the styles in the Forgotten Realms. Honestly, if you want to like fill stuff in, I don't care.
Okay, great. That's what I did for several of
Yeah.
their, like I built all the character backstory NPCs in D&D Beyond, so I just want to do that for you. I haven't been
Yeah.
able to do it yet, but I just wanted to make sure that if you don't care
Yeah,
what I do, then
I
I'll-
think and when I sent you, there's some basic stuff about like where she's from, where
Right.
she studied and stuff.
Yep.
You're a divination wizard, right?
Okay.
I think
We,
so.
we've been back, by the way.
Okay.
Just, but
Oh.
the camera's now
Oh.
on.
That's okay. Hi everyone, getting some technical issues fixed, and now we're back.
Literally didn't see you there.
Literally didn't see you there. Okay, so we come back. Seren, Strataru, Romy.
Squad!
The three of you,
bitch.
the three of you head back to the library.
Yeah, library.
Library.
Library, like Undertale, like is
Yeah.
it
Yes.
Library. Library.
I'm going to Coleg.
Love that game. It's a great game.
Me too.
It's in my top 3.
Same.
So real.
So yeah, you guys make your way to the library, and again, same building. Walk through the doors. A woman in sharp spectacle glasses at the front desk. If your first time actually getting
Yes.
to like come inside the library, humongous, multiple story. The shelves seem to go like as far back as you can see. This is a big ass library.
So Strataru is gonna take one of her like little notebooks. She's gonna rip a page out and grab one of her pieces, like her pencil, like little graphite, and she's gonna walk over and she's gonna like slam it on the desk, and she's gonna be like, "All right, so what I need from you, my very very talented worker, I need you to get me information on any wild magic that may exist." And you can just write it down. You don't have to tell me. It's okay. I'll just make it easy on you. Any wild magic that could exist. I want to know about anything in regards to Nessus or the planes in general. And like the connection between the realms and the layers of hell. As well as we would like any information on the archives.
You just hear a bunch of like clacking away as you're saying all of this. And she goes, "All right, give me just 1 second. Let me get that information for you." She hits a little button. You hear as like some papers like being like printed off in the back. She goes back and it goes for like it's like 5 minutes. She comes back and she's got this like scroll, and she hands it to you and goes, "Here is all of the aisle information for every book that references every piece of information that you said you were looking for." And you unfold the scroll, it's like 700 books that you said, all information that we have about these things. So some of those books may just have a sentence about some of these things.
Nice. Is it prioritized by how much
No.
information? Okay, cool.
But alphabetical.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, you've been very helpful.
Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're awesome.
Make a persuasion. Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
Am I awesome?
Am I awesome?
12 plus 4 is 16 plus 4. Dirty 20.
See, she just like sits up a little taller. Just goes, well, thank you, man.
Of course.
Happy to have been of assistance.
Yeah. She like crouches back down a little bit. She's like, I'm sorry for like the very like boisterous like forward. I've been trying to work on some things. I didn't know. What do you think?
It's
A little too much.
in general it's fine, but this is a library, so shh.
Right. Okay. And if you have any, you heard what I were preferring. I'm gonna try and look through as many books as I can. But if there were any that you had an idea that might be more.
She takes the list from you and just like starts like marking off specific books. So you go from like 750 books to like 45. Like, I mean, like you really get the narrowed down list of information.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're actually awesome.
Ah, well, thanks.
And so she'll turn around and be like, all right. She unscrolls the entire list of 700 and goes, don't worry. There's like 45 that we definitely need to check out. But if we have extra time and we're leafing through, might as well.
Manageable.
Yeah. You want to take the third floor? You want to take the second floor? Take the first floor?
Got it. All right, Romy.
Cool.
What's up?
And we'll just kind
What
of
floor are you taking, Romy? Third?
Second.
first.
Okay. Great.
I'm gonna look for the books.
Okay. All three of you make a perception check.
Oh god. I'm not good. I'm having my owl help me.
Okay.
I was gonna.
My owl cannot read.
16.
Okay. So that's I have a +1. Remember? Okay, so 22. Aha.
You have a +1 and
Okay.
got a 20. Okay, I was like,
I rolled a
for
17.
some reason, this just doesn't seem to add up.
17 plus 4.
4 plus 1.
Could I possibly roll for investigation, maybe?
Instead of perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 19. I think that's a little higher.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Perfect. Seren.
10.
10. Seren, you're not looking very hard. You have a list of books that I don't know if you care about, really.
He does care. The problem is the fact that he's dealing with something that he hasn't had to deal with since he woke up on that battlefield.
A hangover.
An emotional hangover.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you're distracted in your own head.
He
And you're
keeps like
looking.
sort of like fidgeting with like.
You find a couple of the books that aren't checked off. And Strataru melts into the floor and goes away. If for our listeners, someone is shrinking in their chair slowly. All right.
Why are you the way that you are?
Romy,
Chaos.
you're got a 19 on your investigation check. You're going through and you're finding a couple of different books. Nine hells and their archdevils, and it's just like all the kind of basic information. But the ones that are specific to hell, specific to the information that we're looking for. You get like 2 or 3 of these books. One of them is archdevils and the plains of hell. One of them is looking at the speech of the speech of Asmodeus, the trials of Asmodeus is a book on when Asmodeus had his big I'm not evil, I've been put in this position and this is where I'm at because cosmic order trial of this is why I should rule hell and why angels should leave me alone and celestials and all that. So a book on that trial or what we know about it, and then you get another book that is about the blood war, more specifically the hell and the abyss and how they kind of interact and what that means for the material plane. So yeah, you pick up those 3. As you're looking, it takes you about 45 minutes to an hour of you guys going through this huge library. But fortunately, the sheet has aisle numbers marked on it. So you're able to find.
Dewey Decimal.
Thank you, Dewey Decimal. And so you're able to grab a few books off of the list, and then with a 22, correct? You get a book. Goes 5, 6. Pick up Styx. STYX for the River Styx.
That's funny.
Just a book about what we know about the River Styx. You get a book on hierarchy, less so than just archdevils and the flames. This is a more an intellectual tome of like, Asmodeus is yes at the top, but then like here's all of the ways that they're like politically intersect with each other and all that, all that kind of information. And then you get another book, a last book, about a book about Mephistopheles specifically that you're able to pick up here in the library. It's actually in a row of books, like encyclopedic style, 1 through 9, kind of dedicated to each specific like archdevil. But one of the ones that was marked on your list was the Mephistopheles book. I mean, of course, Asmodeus' book was on your list too, but it's like it's more about that, not like not anything to do with that. So yeah, you each pick up a few books. Seren, you grab a couple of the books that aren't checked, just so you have something to show when you get back. No, you don't. Okay, great. Seren, Romy, and Strataru, you all meet up at a reading nook. Books in hand for the two of you, and a sullen.
He still doesn't even. He doesn't even look like he's
like
here.
Yeah. A faraway sullen Seren.
Name of my band.
Faraway sullen Seren.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Pretty good.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get there and you have your books.
So I just kind of like lay down the books at the table, like, ugh, because I'm a weak bitch. We'll be like, okay, Seren, do you want to talk? Do you want to go murder? Do you want to go do your thing? Because...
Do you care what's in these books?
And he, like, his eyes glance up to Prism, and in his head he goes, Prism, I don't know what to do.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, stabbing people always seems to make you happy.
Do you need some water? You said you were hungover. I can go find you some water.
Yeah, do you need some water? Maybe like a good breakfast? Like
Trying to see if
food?
he kind of like goes like, yeah, maybe that'll help.
Okay.
That won't help.
That won't help?
That will not help
No?
at all.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to check.
He's lying so fucking horribly. He's trying to tell you that will help.
Yeah.
But it is a fucking atrocious lie.
Okay. Well, so can I roll to see if I...
Yeah, roll insight. What did you roll on your...
It's not good. It's very bad. I don't even...
19.
Okay, yeah, you can tell.
Oh my
Just
God.
lying. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Yeah.
All right. Romeo looks at him. You don't like if you don't want water. Like, I'll leave you be. But
He just looks confused.
all right. Romeo kind of she wanted help, but she's gonna throw her hands up and get back to the books.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
all right. What'd you find, Strataru?
Well, I found these books.
Wow. That is quite a haul.
I know.
I found these ones.
Neat.
She puts them on the table. Where do we start?
I guess we just start leafing through and see if there's anything. Because the thing is, the people in the black robes, they were telling me to look for what is missing. And so, to me, it feels like there's some sort of interconnection between the planes that'll help us maneuver better. And if we can do that, we can get to the archives easier.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Romy, Strataru. Investigation checks.
I'm
as
giving-
your... What bullshit are you doing now, Strataru?
Signs of chaos. If it works, I have a thing I want to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Whatever.
25.
25. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
You did better than me, I think.
You got a nat 20.
Yeah, but you rolled higher than me.
Oh.
If only that mattered. No.
Was it investigation?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a +0.
Great.
You did do better than me.
Great. What do you get overall?
23.
23. Okay, and then a 25
Yeah.
on yours. But nat 20, Mr. Tar?
Yes, and it was with the Tides of Chaos. So I'm thinking that I just like start to look around, and the books start like fluttering and floating around, and they open to the
Opening
pages that I
you...
need.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, you're very much just like... You're hyper-focused, because this is like information you've been looking for since practically the start of the festival. You're like, how are we getting here? Ever since we heard about Nestus existing, how are we doing that? And the books, like, like they're responding to your thoughts, like ripple and it's like spread themselves out in front of you, and kind of like as you focus, like the other books will move out of the way and let you come in, and like it looks like the words like bold themselves as you're like reading.
Out, yeah.
Right. So you're reading. Which book would you like to start with?
I probably like the interconnections between the planes. My wild magic I'll get to later.
Sure, yeah.
Like this is I want to figure out how to get between the planes and walls the way they do.
Well, reading about hell, there are generally accepted principles of getting through the planes of hell. The easiest plane to get to is Avernus. It's the closest to the material plane. It has the least connected or strong barrier between planes. That's why the Blood War happens in Avernus. It's the simplest one to get to. And also why many like mortal beings who do deals with devils often come from like Avernus, or if they're ever like transported to hell ever, it's like Avernus is the plane they go to. They're not usually like allowed in lower sections unless there's very specific relationships. Getting to lower hells of the plane are possible in 3 different ways. So there is permission granted by the Archdevil of that plane.
Okay.
Meaning you have met XYZ Archdevil or have some kind of contract or agreement that says you are allowed to travel into this plane. And when that happens, there are portals. It's basically, if you think of the planes of hell, I imagine them kind of like a spine. Mm-hmm. It like there is a central column that holds the pieces of the planes together in their layers, right? So that spine is another way to travel through the planes. But because it's central, right, it's like congested, it's hazardous to try to travel by that spine. It's like, and it looks different for every plane. So going out of Avernus into Dis is going to have a whole different methodology than going from Dis down through into, you know, like Athos or whatever the other planes. The third way to travel between the planes of hell is the most obvious one, which is the river Styx. Ferrymen. You can pay ferrymen to transfer you, or make some deals with them to transfer you across. But the river Styx flows throughout the entirety of the lower planes, including the Abyss. That is one of the main connection points between the Abyss and Avernus, is that the river Styx flows between both of them, creating a natural gateway between the two that allows the Blood War to flourish in the way that it is. So reading the book and getting that, those are the 3 big ways that you get to travel between the planes. Here so far.
Got it.
Okay. Romy, what book would you like to start with?
Trying to remember what she picked up.
You've got Archdevils in there, like layers.
Okay.
You have, God, that's why I gotta write stuff down.
Something about Asmodeus.
Oh, yeah, the book on the Trials of Asmodeus.
Okay.
And then, I can't remember what the third one was that I gave you. It was, I have it written here. Let's see. Sorry, clicking noises for our listeners who have to hear the typing of my keyboard. Archdevils.
Not like Asmer.
What?
Asmer.
Oh,
Yes.
Asmer. That's my character. She's an Asmer.
Be talking like this for the rest of the campaign. So, Seren, are we good? No, it has to be a soft little talk like this, not like that. Caine's ruining it. Sorry that your ears are being ruined
like
right
a
now.
monster.
Okay, now it's horse.
That's
so.
like a tiny horse, like a little tiny horse.
Tiny horse. Yeah, Prism turns into a little horse. Sorry.
At some point, Seren goes and gets the book that he was reading before.
Oh, okay, great. Trials of Asmodeus, Archdevils and Planes.
Let's start with the Asmodeus one.
Great.
Yeah.
There was a point in the realms of, in the history of hell, where the Celestials, the angels, decided that enough was enough. Hell as a construct, as a system, was corrupt and needed to be destroyed. And the leader of hell is Asmodeus. So they are the ones that they went after, and they said, you need to get rid of him. You need to do something about him. He is evil. He's ruining the cosmos. Everything about him is awful. We need to go away. So Asmodeus says, that's not fair. You can't just come down and kill me. I want to be put to trial. I want to have a trial. Asmodeus is an excellent manipulator and orator. He doesn't have to resort to violence to get what he wants. There are stories as you're reading through this book where Asmodeus would walk directly into Mount Celestia, as himself, and be able to leave having spoken with an archangel, without harm, using nothing but his words. Very, very good at getting what he wants, just through casual conversation. The trials of Asmodeus were important because that was the time that Asmodeus was able to make his case, where he goes, I'm not evil. My presence here maintains the rule of law across the universe, right? When do we, in our dealings with mortals, when do we in our dealings ever break a contract? We don't. Mortals enter willingly into contracts, and if they say no, we don't push. We leave. There are rules that we follow, right? So without me here, the demons of the abyss would be left unchecked because I'm stuck in an eternal war with them. And also without me here, angels would run around. They're not necessarily good. Being celestial doesn't make you good. It doesn't mean that you know what's best. Everything in the world is a balance, it's a scale, right? And I am the person between the abyss and the celestials that keeps the scale even and tipped. It was a long trial. Many angels came up and testified. The arbiter of this trial was Primus, which is the god of law. It is just law. So they used him to be a fair arbiter of this trial. Ultimately, Asmodeus, it came out to kind of a draw. Asmodeus wasn't destroyed. He was relegated to go back and lead the Nine Hells. The Celestials were relegated back up. Kind of everyone left unhappy. Asmodeus the angels didn't get what they want. Asmodeus didn't get back at them any. Both of them kind of just got left to be okay, go back and live your lives. What you're doing is working, cosmically. So go back and just do your thing. And that's what's working. It's long and wordy because you're getting as many direct quotes from the trial as you can, or what people have recorded in history is what happened there. But it's a long, it's a long book, but really full of some really interesting information about some of the main players in the who was. It's really interesting. You were reading one of the angels that initially came up to testify against Asmodeus was Zariel. And after that testimony, Zariel actually came up somewhat defended Asmodeus, and because of that, kind of got ostracized from Celestia, and Asmodeus recruited Zariel to be the archdevil of Avernus, the first layer of hell, current and still archdevil of that plane. So you're getting some information about the hells and how that all works. Really deep. Again, you guys are spending some real time reading this stuff to get all that information. But you guys are getting some good stuff. We'll pull away from the library over to Kib.
Don't die.
And Bolknir. Kib. You and Bolknir are led through this music hall into you see the worker takes out like a key and puts it into this door and opens it, and you're in this expansive chamber. Huge high ceilings, people working in desks on the side. There's a big open hallway, not a hallway, but just a big path that you can take forward, where at a giant desk, a huge office desk, working away furiously, is a tall, decently good looking, horned figure. maybe about 12 to 13 feet tall, muscular, working away, looking at his desk while these people on these desks on the side are just like clacking or pouring stuff into bottles and containers, and you are led by this woman holding your sheet music up to the desk, and she gives a little reverent bow and places the music up on the desk and slowly pushes it towards Mephistopheles, who stops. Up the music. Just looking over it. His eyes don't scan the way that they do, but you can see that whatever's happening, like he's reading it. So over it and goes, "Who wrote this?" Yeah, Volknir also like points to the two of you with two fingers and like beckons you closer to the desk.
Kib walks forward.
"This is an incredible piece of music. What is that?" Yes.
Hi. Sorry, I need permission for me to be able to speak to you directly as Kib instead of the skull.
Oh.
He goes, "Manners."
My apologies.
No, I'm saying you have them.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for knocking.
Of course. Hello, my name is Kib, and Kib will point over to Volknir. This is
Hey.
Volknir.
I'm Volknir. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Stoff, Elise.
Volknir, be quiet.
The name, right?
They're gonna die.
It's Mr. Stopheles.
Anyways,
They're going to die.
Strataru takes psychic damage. Randomly.
Lord Mephistopheles, it is my pleasure to meet you, and I have brought you this piece of art as a gift and as something I would like to take back with me to the material plane. If I could get permission from you.
Oh, I see you want to keep the research that you've done. That isn't often how things are done here in this plane of existence. So, what is it that you... Why do you think that you deserve to take knowledge away from Caine? Knowledge taken from Caine is knowledge taken away from the entire Hells.
Well, it's something that you will be able to keep yourself and for these other lovely people. And it's something that I would like to take out to provide to other people so they can learn about through the flames and fire.
Hold on. Volknir goes, "Yeah, because it's going to get me laid. It's great music. It's great. Do you hear it? It goes, it's great.
Backhand to Volknir. Volknir, I told you to be quiet.
What? It's like it's there.
Kib will give a bow. My apologies for my partner, as he is sometimes dumb.
Volknir's like, what?
You heard me correctly.
Fair. I'm not dumb. I mean...
Idiotic in terms of being rude.
All right. Well, who's being rude right now?
I am towards you,
Well,
not towards the Lord of
I'm honored that you... What? I'm sorry. What? Mr. Sophocles?
Lord Mephistopheles himself.
They're gonna die!
Yeah, I do persuasion checks.
Did I say this during the break where I was like, why the fuck did you go along?
Honestly, that wasn't. That was more just me as Crowe, not Kib.
Yeah.
I was fucking up words as I cannot do.
That's funny.
Kib would have said that just perfect. Persuasion.
Well, we'll see. What's your persuasion check? We'll see if you said it perfect or not.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you fudge it a little bit on the
Yeah,
13.
no, that would make sense.
Volknir, I think, on a persuasion check. Okay, yeah. Goes, sorry, Your Highness. Your devilness, archness. What's the right term? I don't know.
Just call him Lord Mephistopheles.
All right,
Wait.
Lord Mephistopheles.
Yes, anyways, as...
All right, I don't have a lot of time for this kind of bullshit. Yes, I'm a very busy man, as you can see, and there's like stacks of papers that like keep falling as you are like talking. It's like, I don't have time for this, so
Okay,
if you have a deal to make it.
Okay, here. This is what I will offer instead. I will give you the music, rights to yourself, in exchange for a gold coin. One of those slot machine coins. It's the perfect artwork for yourself, Lord Mephistopheles.
Yeah. It's the paper down.
If you would mind, we could play the music for you, so you can witness the music in your own ears.
Make another persuasion check.
19.
19. Yeah, Volkner goes, yeah, it's great. It's a great piece, right? We put a lot of work into it. You're going to really love it.
It's a perfect piece.
All right,
Well,
let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah, he goes,
Oh, wait.
yes, light entertainment. And if it's up to par, we'll see about getting you your coin.
Okay.
I need performance checks.
Okay. If you would allow this, for myself and Volkner to give each other
Bardic Inspiration? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys lock arms, like brother lock arms. You look at each other and you just go, we got this.
Yes.
We got this. You have a D8.
A D8?
I think of Bardic. Let me look and make sure. From him. Yeah, D8.
Okay.
And it's a D6 from you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Performance checks. So I'll let Kib go first.
Fuck. I guess I'll keep it. I think it was cocked, but at the same time, it didn't seem like
I'm
it.
trusting you, okay? It's cocked, and it's cocked. That's why I roll in a flat box.
Okay. I rolled a 19 plus 5 plus 4.
So you got a
20.
28?
28.
Cool. Volkner got a dirty 30. So the song fucking slaps. It's rocky. Everybody that's been working on the sides like stops to look up.
The flames and fire.
And it slaps. It's so.
I would like to say that most of the lyrics is in Infernal,
Cool.
so it makes a lot
So
more
it makes it
sense.
even more like
Yeah.
all those bass tones from like in the infernal language just like rumble underneath the music, and it's killer. It's so good. Afterwards, you finish playing. Softly sits there for a moment, staring. Another moment.
Did you enjoy our...
Holds up a finger to silence you. That was extraordinary. 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 All right, well, you have more than earned your gold piece. And he pulls up a little drawer and takes out 2 gold pieces, hands one to you, hands one to Volkner, and goes, is there any other music like that you've written, or is that your only piece?
Oh, Volkner and I have multiple pieces of art that, if you don't mind...
You've played for other people?
Yeah.
Then it's already known.
Well, yeah, of course. We did try to write one earlier, but it wasn't as good. It was called "Stairway to Hell."
Oh, this one. And he like picks up a piece of paper that has like
Yes.
your music written on
Yes.
it. I see.
Not as good, but still an enjoyable piece of art.
Well, This has been fun.
Yes.
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 If there's nothing else, I must be attending to my work.
Yes, of course, Lord Mephistopheles. We will get on our way as I bid you thanks for the gold, and you have my work. And Bognia, we should take our bow and leave.
Oh no.
What?
Volknir bows with you. You guys start to walk away, and he turns around and goes, "Now, are you sure I can't get that copy with me? Because I think that it would be really great to play and take with everybody. Because it's really good, and we just played it so well. It'd be really great to have with us." Mephistopheles points a finger at Volknir, and a black bolt shoots out of the finger, hits Volknir square in the chest. He crumbles to ash, but he teleported.
Yeah.
But the effect is he crumbles into ash, and he just looks at you.
Another bow. I will...
Smarter than your friend. And you walk out of Mephistopheles' the door. Basically, you walked in, but when you walk out, instead you are put at the front entrance into Caine. You're back at the entrance.
Okay.
Volknir goes,
How does Kib feel about this situation that just happened?
make a, you can do wisdom or intelligence.
That's a natural 1.
Again, so it's not like this was off. Mm-hmm. Everything has been so easy here, relatively.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, what suffering have you guys really
Right.
had other than losing a battle that you guys got poofed right back to Avernus anyway? All of it together in your 2 days you've been here, it's starting to feel off. Like your home, but it's not your home, and nothing even close to home. It's like someone trying. It's like someone said, "I'm gonna build your childhood home," having never looked at your childhood home before. So it's like, yes, it's got toys, and yes, it's got a bed and a kitchen and all the things that your home would have had. Nothing about it is familiar enough for you to be like this. What is this? Frankly, if anything, it's like pulling you further away back to the material plane, just being like, okay, I guess this is just a dumb festival.
Gotcha.
Where things happen. So, but you do have a gold coin.
Sweet.
About 30 seconds later, a pat on your back and goes, "That was rude as hell. Okay, I just asked a simple question. One simple question where I said, can I take the music that we wrote back with us? I don't really understand this festival. Are we getting that back at the end of this thing, or is they just keeping it forever?"
None of this is real. We can always write it again.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm good. Where to next, bud?
I think I have other matters to attend to. If you ever need me again.
Wow.
Sorry, Volknir.
I'm so hurt.
I do have a favor to ask, just in case.
Yeah, what's up?
If there is any possibility that you and the others will mind joining me into the plane of Meladomini whenever I request your appearance.
Maladomini?
Yeah, we have an issue to attend to. If I would love your help and the others' help as well, if you don't mind.
Sure. All right. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. I'll talk to them and see what they think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Volknir, love you. Goodbye.
I love you too. I'm gonna kill you at the end of this week. Just letting you know.
Yep.
Watch out.
Just make sure that
Coming for you.
You're gonna die first.
That's what. Yeah, we'll see, buddy. We'll see about that. That's cute. And he walks back away into the main central area.
I'm gonna go find the other three.
You go join them at the library where everyone is poring over books, and Seren is, I don't know, sitting in a chair in a corner somewhere.
Oh, he's reading the
Reading
one
your,
on the-
right, but reading your
Ancestral
other
Devout.
Ancestral Devout book.
Well, very nice.
Oh,
Kid pulls out the gold coin.
where'd you get that?
I created music, showed it to the Lord himself, and
How did you get an audience?
by being Kib. I created music that no one has ever heard of and showed it to him. He liked it, and even for exchange of the music, I got a gold, or me and Bolknir both got gold coins.
Oh, I have a lot of questions too, but that's excellent.
Yes.
Are you good, Strataru?
Yeah, I think I know how to get to Nessus. Can you show me where you went to go to Mephistopheles?
Yeah. Show him the way.
Yeah, you guys head back to the music hall where you guys ran into Kim and Bolknir. You guys show up. Woman in a high ponytail comes up and goes, "Oh, so you're back? What?
Yeah, I'm back. What is it to you? Bitch.
Is there an issue
I think
here?
they're in love.
Is this
Is this a love-hate thing?
I think so.
Is this your friend?"
Yeah, yes. Why? I don't know the animosity. He's usually very tame.
I don't know. He's been like this with me since he got here.
Oh, he's probably attracted to you. Anyway,
Root.
I would like a audience with Mephistopheles. I have information about a very powerful, set of magic written by a god to another god.
I assume you'll have proof of this to share with me?
With you, but if I tell you when someone I already know?
We're all connected. You,
Yeah, unfortunately they're fucking connected. She gets the information, so will Lord Mephistopheles himself.
I know where the Sigil of Torm is.
Okay, I need a check for this. Some kind of check for this. What kind of check do I want for this? I guess it's not deception? It is deception?
It's not deception.
Persuasion check then.
Okay.
All right.
That's my friend.
Gary's like,
I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration.
Okay, is that a D6?
D6.
D6.
16 plus 3 total, so plus 4. So
23.
23.
23.
Looks and goes, you have information about the Sigil of Torm?
Dead serious. She goes, yes.
Well, that is fascinating. Know that if you're lying,
I'm not.
you will be turned to dust. She just like looks at you like, whatever.
I won't be wasting anyone's time.
It's like Lord Mephistopheles himself cast Finger of Death.
Okay. I'm not worried.
Bolknir.
Yeah. What'd I say?
You said it's like you made it clear that you had seen it,
Yeah.
and so he just goes, Bolknir.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Yes, he is.
She leads you to a door in the back, takes out a key, sticks it in the keyhole, turns it, opens the door, and you're in that great atrium. The four of you enter into this huge atrium. A bunch of people working in desks along the row. People who look like maybe they're this close to discovering something to show to Mephistopheles. Like people who are at the festival who didn't just make their masterpiece, but who are like, they paid their ticket to come here and do their like thing to give. Perception checks from everybody, please.
Literally a 4.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
13.
13?
24.
24?
No, sorry, 11.
11. Seren, you notice that there are people in the back, like not at desks. Part of the things that it looks like they're researching are like fighting techniques. Like people are like, it's not just book learning and music, it's any research that can be done is being done here. So you can see, just looking around, you hear the like slight clang of metal on metal, and people are just like researching like, okay, people have parried this way for 10,000 years. There has to be a better way to get a defensive flourish off or something. You know,
there's probably at least one where he just sort of, like, someone's talking about, like, doing a specific move to disarm an opponent, and he just goes, like, in his head, he tells Prism, I started doing that, like, a decade ago.
Yeah, so what the guy's talking, he's like, so what you do is you have to block the sword with the sword, and then you grab the arm and you twist the arm, and then that will disarm it. I don't think anyone's ever done that before, actually.
He turns and just sees Seren, who is not having a good day.
Oh, would you like to act that out?
Try and attack me.
Pulls out, summons the longsword, and tries to attack.
And then I'll try and disarm him.
Great.
I will whiff.
Well, make your disarm.
Well, actually, technically it's an attack, but I fucking hit him. Though I'll say, like, I'm hitting him with the flat of my blade. I'm not trying to...
Sure.
Or is it kind of like the fencing, or the sword fight thing where it's like, this would be a killing blow.
Right.
But then I do the same thing that he just did, but, you know...
Quick and correct.
The right way. It's a saving throw. It's a... Fuck, where is it?
I was cocked. Oh, I might actually...
It's a strength saving throw, DC 15.
That's an 18, sir.
Oh.
But I will purposely fail.
He helps, like, perform it like you've gotten it. And the guy goes, oh. I guess someone has done it before.
I've been doing that for a decade.
He just, like, slinks out of Mephistopheles' research area.
Finger in death.
Because I was going to do that. That was my whole week plan. I was going to figure out how to do that.
He literally just, like, puts his sword away and is like...
that's rough.
He just shakes his head and mutters to himself, fucking idiot.
On a 24, you're looking around. Again, all sorts of different kinds of research happening in this place. And as you're looking around, you see a big poof of, like, green smoke that, like, poofs out, and you look over and you see Willow, your friend, doing a research thing, pouring some alchemical objects into other objects, making these mixtures. She has not seemed to notice you. She is deeply focused in this work right now, but you see her as you're walking through this research facility.
Okay. Romy glances at her companions for a moment and says, I'll be right back. You guys do your thing. And she walks over to Willow and says, what are you doing here?
Oh my god, Romy, hi!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. What is this?
Well, okay, so you know alchemy, right?
Yeah.
You understand, we learned a little bit about it in school. So I'm just trying to take these base minerals, and I'm trying to turn them into something that we can use for, like, sustenance. Kind of a think like upcycling, like where you can take, like, dirt and ash and different non-nutritious things, and you can put them through a chemical process that makes them good for you, right? Yeah. I don't think anyone's done that yet. I don't know. I couldn't find any research on it. So that is my focus here, because I really... God, this festival has been great. I've learned so much. How long have you? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking about me right now.
It's a very ethical endeavor. I'm
Thank you.
Very, very admirable.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to do some good in the world, and hoping that I can get one of those sweet gold coins in the process. What about you? What brings you here? Do you have something that you're trying to show to Mephistopheles as well?
I'm here with a couple of friendly acquaintances.
Oh.
We are trying to get an audience with him.
Oh.
Yes.
Seren has been... So the group was kind of over here.
Uh-huh.
She walked away, and Seren placed himself in between the group and her.
Great.
I had a quick out-of-character question.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to understand. So where kind of in an area where people are all trying to get an audience with him?
Basically,
Okay.
yeah. So they've paid their ticket
Okay.
to effectively have the opportunity to do their research in a way that they just present it when it's
Okay,
done.
so is everyone like waiting in line or?
No, it's they got an audience because they already made their thing.
Okay.
That like got them.
So people are
there.
getting ready.
People are getting ready
Okay.
and setting up, and occasionally, and as you're having this conversation, someone like takes their like got this like a science volcano, like you know what I mean, just
Yeah.
like someone walks up with it and goes. I did it. So you just put some baking soda in here and vinegar in here, and then some red food coloring because you want it to look like lava because that's cool.
Cool.
And then it bubbles up.
I wish someone would do that.
Like bubbles out over the top and
Okay,
does
just
the
want to make sure I understood it.
Yes.
Right. And
yeah. And then he immediately gets figured to death and gets turned to ash. And then the volcano just like gets like taken away.
Gotcha. Okay. Back to what was going on.
Yes. So your friends, acquaintances?
I mean, we don't know each other very well. We've just been, we're trying to get an audience with Mephistopheles. I can't really go into what we're showing. It's Strataru, my friend Strataru's business.
Oh. Which one is?
This is Strataru.
I am literally still walking forward, hands touching, like so fucking nervous. That's why I rolled so low on my perception, because I'm gonna flip the fuck out.
Yeah.
She's a little distracted, but she has something I think worth note that hopefully Mephistopheles will like.
Okay, well, I mean, good luck, because you've been turning a lot of people to ash today.
Yeah, I mean...
Wait, were you just here? Your friend was just here.
I was just here.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to go pretty well. Maybe it's not that difficult, but... I mean, he's a very talented musician, so...
Music?
And you're a very talented scholar, so I'm sure that you'll be fine.
Yeah, just keep working away at it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, thank you, Romy.
Of course, I believe in you.
Yeah, well, I can't spend all week here. Of course, I want to like go out and experience everything that there is to experience. But, what are you? Are you? She holds up her bracer.
I'm purple, right?
You were red.
Red?
with
Okay.
the group.
Okay,
Here's
cool.
red. And she holds hers up and hers is red as well. She goes,
Okay.
"Oh, good. It looks like we're on the same side, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how that works, but...
How what works?
I mean, for some reason, we're being divided up into sides and, like, people are stabbing each other out there. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's
Seren
crazy
sort of
out
pipes
there.
up and just goes, at the end we fight.
That sounds super exciting. Well, I'm glad we don't have to kill each other, Willow.
Yeah,
That would be
same.
really sad.
Same.
Okay. Well, anyway,
So yeah, you're busy. You're busy.
Yeah,
Sorry, and I'm
I'll let
busy
you get
too.
back
I've
to
got to
that.
get back
Sorry
to this.
for
So
distracting you.
yeah, no worries. Let's see how much of a distraction that was. As you walk away and just like you hear like some pouring and then like a.
Oh no.
And you just look back and she's like, ah! The four of you, or is it just Strataru? Who's walking up to?
I make sure
the
that
desk?
I say something to Strataru before she gets there.
Okay.
He kind of like just walks up and goes, "You've been doing good with talking since we've been here. You'll do fine."
She just kind of looks to the side and goes, "Thanks."
He looks so awkward.
Yeah, no, but it
He
is the probably most heartwarming thing he's ever seen Seren do.
No, it is. It 100% is, and he looks like he hated every second of doing it.
But she goes, "Thanks."
Robbie just has like a big goofy smile, like watching this happen. But
Hey, Seren. It was really nice of you. It was really good of you.
I hated it.
It was good. It's practice. It becomes more normal the more you do it.
His hands are clenched so hard that he's actually drawing blood.
Okay,
from
deep
himself.
breaths. Yes, in.
I don't know if I could do this or not, but I could. Could I use my commanding presence to like?
Can you read what commanding presence does to me?
I can make I can add a superiority die to an intimidation, performance, or persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, try and
Absolutely.
thank God because I needed it. Jesus fucking Christ, that was terrible.
What is this for?
I would assume persuasion.
for you, I assume.
Oh,
Helping you.
to persuade me?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have
Her to believe
advantage
in
because
herself.
of you've never reached out to me.
Yeah.
Did not help. 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DC real low for that. I was like, oh, okay. Deep breath.
The lady who led you in here goes, is it just going to be you talking to Mephistopheles?
I'm the only one presenting. Oh, I'm gonna get the ticket.
Takes the ticket.
You've got the Strataru.
If I give what I'm asking it, how would it taste? No. If I'm
Blueberry.
nice. If I'm asking for everyone involved, do they need to give tickets?
If you want everyone involved to receive something for what you're saying, then they all need to participate in the event.
I leave it up to you all, but I know for a fact I'm going to get what I want from this.
Well, I put my confidence in you. I'll go with you. She hands over a ticket.
If we get a gold coin out of it, I'll.
Seren looks like he's gonna puke as he hands over the ticket.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
3 tickets.
Okay.
Oh.
Another ticket.
Another ticket.
We can just mug some other people.
What did you say?
What was that?
If you need
What did
help,
he
I
say?
will cast silvery
I'll
parts.
take whatever.
Alright, I will.
Oh, I thought you hit on me. I was like, you dick!
Yes, I do.
To give me advantage.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. You walk up to a tall, decently good-looking, horned man, 12 to 13 feet tall, behind a giant desk, with papers continuously getting stacked onto the workload. He goes, "Yep." It looks right at him.
It's the remix.
Hello again.
He brings a finger up. And
I gave a ticket.
uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yes.
Hi. I'm with this group now, and I think Strataru, who I gesture to, has something to present to you in exchange for something.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to tell me yet.
So, you have information?
But before I give the information, I would ask for permission to move through your plane. If it is substantial enough.
Into where exactly?
Just the ability to move through your plane. So that would mean being able to go to both sides of the plane, both above and below.
And what is it that you are offering in exchange?
I have knowledge of an ancient rune gifted from Torm to the god Helm. The rune that takes the suffering and pain of all the descendants of Helm into one creature. It is known that it could be known when and where it went missing, but nobody knows where it is.
One moment. And he summons a few books, and he's just is pouring over some information about whatever there is out there about that. Just to close it up, and he goes, You're right. It does appear the origins of this marking have faded from the annals of history. So that is juicy information, indeed.
If I give you proof, is it worthy?
I believe that such information is in fair exchange.
Whenever he says that, Strataru will strip to her underwear, and you'll see...
Lots of whistles from the researchers watching.
Anybody who even makes a noise gets the biggest death stare. And I know all these people are bitches.
Yeah, just give me an intimidate check with advantage, because we've got a bunch of nerds in this room.
Lord Mephistopheles.
I'm using my fucking commanding presence. God damn it. There we go. Fucking 12, 14.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's enough for most people to just be like, what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Looks like.
Kid is gonna help.
Yeah. No, I was gonna add.
Can you see through darkness?
Who are you asking that to?
Oh, magical.
Lord Mephistopheles.
Of course.
Cool. And I'll cast darkness around us. So
Oh, I see.
only Kib
Cute. Yes, of course.
Lord Mephistopheles can actually see.
Okay. Well, she already stripped, so like
You stripped, and so yes, but yeah, Mephistopheles' gaze hasn't left you.
yeah. And she kind of like opens her arms up, and you can see the entire thing, and she goes, "The sigil of Torm that was taken and put back to its rightful place is the tattoos that surround my body."
Mephistopheles stands from the desk, walks around into the darkness to join and goes, "That is a heavy burden. And you are brave to share that with me."
It's necessary, and to be completely honest, I did what I thought was right in the moment. It was my burden to bear that was taken away from me. I just put destiny back in the right place.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Because you're being honest and vulnerable here in this moment.
Yeah. 18 plus 4, 22.
22.
Or did you bardic inspire me? I don't.
Yeah. I mean,
You had one at some point to
I
use.
know. I think I already used that for the previous thing. I didn't know if you did it beforehand.
If it seems like.
I mean, it's
It's a 22.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, again, the expression on Mephistopheles' face soften a little bit into like a real person, and goes, "Thank you for sharing. I know that there isn't anything that I think any of us can do to alleviate that situation. But the least we can do for friends here seem a little light. And he leans in to like whisper into your ear and goes, "Have you seen what's missing?"
The spine?
The spine is here. The river is not.
Yeah. I saw. There's no ferryman either.
He hands you a small vial. You can't see it necessarily, even in darkness. Even though you can see in darkness,
Puts it in my hand.
puts it in your hand, and goes, "You can use this to let the waters take you where they may. Information for information, and you've certainly earned it. Is there anything else outside of the festival, even anything else that I can do to help you?"
Gold coin.
I just. I can't. I can't die because I don't know what'll happen
Well,
if the Sigil of Torm has no one to go to.
interesting query. One I do not have an answer for right now. But for as long as you can, enjoy the safety that the festival provides, yes?
I appreciate you.
Yes.
you.
Okay, well now he goes sits back, takes back his air of and you guys caught everything but the whispered section about the waters and finding what's missing.
I would have caught that. Observant.
You would have caught that. Okay, yeah, you would have heard that whisper.
And she'll drink it in the darkness. She'll just drink it immediately.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's like, no. Don't do that right now.
He stops you and goes, This is the river. Just
Got it.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. He goes, you can do that. In fact, you know what? I don't know what happens if somebody does that.
If I try to have another chance.
The river sticks inside of you.
Yeah, you drink it. It tastes
float
like
through.
like it's like sewer water. It's like really gross and awful. In fact, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Woof. 17 plus something?
Hey, look at you.
7.
Yeah, you can
17
keep
plus
it. You keep it down. But you feel like it feels weird. It feels like it is like transverse. Like you can feel it like moving through your body in like a weird way. And he goes,
Can I try and like think to go down?
"Sure,
I don't know
yeah."
if I'm a part of the river.
Think about
now,
it.
if
You just pee it out a little bit. It pees out a little bit.
That's the actual reverse.
Precedent. Fix that.
Well, I mean, whenever we need the river.
Lack of it opens up whenever I just have to pee on the walls like a dog.
Yeah. So he hands you another vial and just goes for humoring me, and hands another vial to you.
Is that information that wasn't known? Does I get it?
Well, no, he goes and he gives a gold coin to each of them. And says you each have one. And you just got one, so thank you for your participation again in this event.
I don't get another one?
No. You guys got much better gifts overall. But yeah, so now you each have received your gold coin for the day. He goes,
My natural 20 piece of art is not.
yes, and you got your gold coin for that natural 20 piece of art. I'm sorry, were you not happy with that?
That was awesome. I was letting
I can just take it right back. But yeah, you guys have your piece. And Mephistopheles looks at you and goes, try it. Think Avernus.
Okay. I'm gonna think and do I have to pour it out?
You pour it.
And is it how many uses do I have, or is this
So you pour it, right? And for a second, it becomes this like rivery thing. It circles, and there's just like a little pool, a little like murky, swampy water pool in the ground. And what do the four of you do?
wait, I
Cannonball.
didn't think Avernus.
Oh yeah. What
I
is-
thought Nessus.
Okay, so again, you can't see through, but the murky hole pool opens in the ground. What do the four of you do?
I'm more concerned about Strataru than I already was, so Strataru goes through.
Strataru, put clothes back on.
And darkness drops now that you're reclothed.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like as soon as you're like fully clothed, I would have dropped darkness.
Yes. So that happens, and she pours it out, and she goes,
What are we doing?
I think
winning.
this is...
The second,
Right after.
the biggest smile that has ever hit Seren's face ever hits, and he immediately follows.
Great,
Romy also follows.
great, Kim.
the last one in.
Great. And with that, we're going to end today's session. All right, we'll see you all. See you all next time on Dice Quests and Chaos. Into Nessus we go.
Woo!